Classic Edition, AMPC, Luke 21. Looking up, Jesus saw rich people putting their gifts into the treasury, and he saw also a poor widow putting in 2 mites copper coins, and he said, "Truly I say to you, the poor widow has put in more than all of them, for they all gave out of their abundance, their surplus, but she has contributed out of her lack and her want, putting it all that she had on which to live." And as some were saying of the temple that it was decorated handsome, shapely and magnificent stones and consecrated offerings laid up to be kept, he said, "As for all this that you thoughtfully look at, and the time will come when there shall not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down." And they asked him, "Teacher, when will this happen, and what sign will there be when it is about to occur?" And he said, "Be on your guard, and be careful that you are not led astray, for many will come in my name, appropriating to themselves the name of Messiah, which belongs to me, saying, 'I am he, and the time is at hand.' Do not go out after them. And when you hear of wars and insurrections, disturbances, disorder, and confusions, do not become alarmed and panic-stricken and terrified, for all this must take place first. But the end will not come immediately." Then he told them, "Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be mighty and violent earthquakes, and in various places famines and pestilence, plagues, malignant and contagious and infectious epidemic diseases which are deadly and devastating. And there will be sights of terror and great signs from heaven. But previous to all this, they will lay their hands on you and persecute you, turning you over to the synagogues and prisons. And you will be led away before kings and governors for my name's sake. This will be a time, an opportunity for you to bear testimony. Resolve this and settle it in your minds, not to meditate, prepare beforehand how you are to make your defense and how you were answered. For I myself will give you a mouth and such utterance and wisdom that all your foes combined will be unable to stand against or refute. You will deliver up and betray even your parent, you will be delivered up and betrayed even by parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and some of you they will put to death, and you will be hated, despised by everyone, because you bear my name and for its sake. But not a hair of your head shall perish. By your steadfastness and patience, endurance, you shall win the true life of your souls. But when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know and understand that its desolation has come near. When those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let those who are inside the city get out of it, and not let those who are out in the country come into it. For those are the days of vengeance, of rendering full justice and satisfaction, that all things that are written may be fulfilled. Alas, for those who are pregnant and for those who have babies, they are nursing in those days. For great misery and anguish and distress shall be upon the land, and indignation and punishment and retribution upon this people. They will fall by the mouth and the edge of the sword, and will be led away as captives to and among all nations. And Jerusalem will be trodden down by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled, completed. And there will be signs in the sun and moon, and stars upon the earth. There will be distress, trouble, and anguish, nation in bewilderment, of perplexity, without resources, left wanting, embarrassed, in doubt, not knowing which way to turn at the roaring, the echo of the tossing of the sea. Men swooning away or expiring with fear and dread and apprehension and expectation of things that are coming out on the world. For the very powers of the heaven will be shaken and caused to totter. And when they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with great, transcendent, and overwhelming power, in all his kingly glory, majesty, and splendor. Now, when these things begin to occur, look up and lift up your heads, because the redemption, deliverance of drawing near. And he told them to a parable. Look at the fig tree and all the trees. When they put forth their buds and come out in leaf, you tree for yourself, and perceive and know that summer is already near. Even so, when you see the things taking place, understand and know that the kingdom of God is at hand. Truly I tell you, the generation, those living at that definite period of time, will not perish and pass away until all has taken place. The sky and the earth, the universe and the world will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But I take heed to yourselves, and be on your guard, lest your hearts be overburdened and depressed, weighed down with the giddiness and headache and nausea of self-indulgence, drunkenness, and worldly worries and cares pertaining to the business of this life. Unless that day come upon you suddenly, like a trap or a noose, for it will come upon all who live upon the face of the entire earth. Keep awake then, and watch at all times. Be discreet, attentive, and ready, praying that you may have the full strength and ability and the counted worthy of escape all these things taken together and will take place, and to stand in the presence of the Son of Man. Now in the daytime Jesus was teaching in the porches and the courts of the temple, but at night he would go out and stay on the mount called Olivet. And early in the morning all the people came to him in the temple porches or courts to listen to him.